Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome to Adrenaline Racing League's Season 1, Race 9 of its inaugural season. My name is Webbo, and I'm very pleased to be here as your commentator once again. Apologies for the recent omissions on the commentary side. Unavoidable, unfortunately, but I'm back and ready to roll with the boys at Adrenaline Racing League. Going into round 9, Wong Fei leads the championship on 105 points, but the the standings are not listed in order. So Sparks actually leads on 106 with 3 wins, but Wong Fei on 105 is right behind him with 4 wins, followed then by ARL33, formerly known as Carrera, and then in 4th place Amarillo on 83.5 points, with Rents on 51, Branch in 6th place on 40, and Ashtube in 7th place on 36 points. HBS sits in 8th with 31, and in 9th place is G717 Art, and the Flying Croat brings up our top 10 on 23 points. So a big difference between the points standings. We're on our way to get going very shortly. I don't have updated Constructors' Championship points for you, but it's fairly early days in the Old Championship, so it's probably a little bit premature to start talking about that, but we're about to hit the track, and it looks like Sparks, traditionally Sparks, always out there very early on, very quick with all of his menu systems and getting the setup on the car. We're ready to get going, and as I say, Sparks out there. We're heading on the 9th round of the championship. We're heading out there to the COTA Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Home race for one of our most faithful drivers, although unfortunately our home driver, I don't believe, is going to be racing with us tonight, sadly. So your field is made up of 16 drivers so far in qualifying. And we are looking at it at the track. Looks like Sparks in the Alpine, about halfway around his warm-up lap. Just getting everything organised and ready to go. Lots of new drivers since the last time I commentated. Welcome if you're joining us. Very pleased to have you with us. Do stop by. Let us know who you are in the live chat. You can. This is an interactive stream. I will try and keep my eye on the live chat and read whatever I'm able to within the bounds of decency. And let us know who you're here to support. If you're not one of the drivers, if you are a driver with a different YouTube avatar, likewise let us know. But Sparks is attacking his first lap, taking the esports very wide line on the way into the entry here, threading the needle against that outside line and into turn 1. 64 mile an hour turn, the highest point of the circuit, and now we go flat out through these S's, Maggots, Beckett's Maggots type of turns here, and we slow down slowly, ever decreasing radii and speed into these corners, and now we start to build the speed again. This is flat out turn 10, and we head back down to another hairpin at turn 11. Early in the race, a potential overtaking spot at turn 11, but it's all about the launch out and the slingshot out of turn 11 and the long drag down to turn 12. Looks like Alex has retired from the session before even finishing his outlap. Surprisingly, turn 12 is dealt with very neatly by Sparks, who cuts right across that apex. 13 comes at you quickly. 14 is almost an acceleration point, and then 15, 16 into a very slow corner. We go round 16, 17, 18 here, taken almost as one. If you slow for the first one, you can flat out the next 3, and then turn 19 and the final turn 20, comes at you very quickly. It's a long, twisting, technical track, but it's dealt with pretty quickly. A 1:32.284 for Sparks. An early lap in the bank then for our championship leading driver. What's Alexis up to? We've got McLaren's out there, Ivan and Rents. Ivan, who's just signed for Evora, and is dropping in a nice 34.857. Ivan is the Flying Croat, otherwise known as. And Alexis goes second on a 34.666, the sign of the beast, at .666 for Alexis. But Sparks a long way out there in front, and we'll see what else our other competitive drivers have got in the tank. ARL just coming through here, driving car 33 in a Red Bull. ARL with the brand name, as we know. Driver 33 then across the line, a 34.028. It's not bad, but it's only good enough for third, with Ronan and Sparks leading the way. Ronan popping in a second place time of 32.423, and Wongfi, his teammate and second in the championship, gets third place on the grid. Out there also is Old Faithful Ashtube, just getting through turn 1. Let's watch with the Red Bull driver, who has a little bit of traffic up ahead, but hopefully he's going to navigate that fairly happily. He's a long way up in front, but with the normal pace of Ashtube, we'll probably be catching him fairly quickly. That's an invalidation for Ashtube, unfortunately. And we've got the Chaos Druid, a new driver on me, here in the Alpine, Sparks teammate. So his reference point is Sparks. That looked a little bit tardy on the way through turn 9 and 10, and unfortunately trying to make up for it, crashes into the barrier and wipes out that front wing. Ayrton is still in the pits, and let's see if we've got any of the drivers out there getting a lap in. Soldier Stone in the Alfa Romeo, a 35.192. Ronan has retired from the session. I wonder if he's gone for a drink or a comfort break on a 32.423. Decided perhaps that's as fast as he's ever likely to go in this session, and retired from the group. He's in the pits, so I feel pretty sure that was a deliberate retirement. Flexi in 13th has also retired. He will start on the grid just ahead of Alex, having retired slightly later, but hopefully these boys are going to put on a good show for us in the Circuit of the Americas. Not often seen on league racing. It tends to be a little bit shied away from. It's a very highly technical circuit, so nice to see the boys attacking this one. Misses the apex Soldier Stone of turn 1, but minimum speed shouldn't be too big a deal. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like a Red Bull struggling. Red Bull's back to their matte navy blue livery. Oh, looking a little loose from Soldier Stone. Runs wide. They're through turn 8. Turns 9 and 10 navigated safely. And we head down the hill again, and a small crest up towards turn 11. There's a couple of cars ahead of him. One of them is our championship leading Sparks, and Soldier Stone should get a nice drag up the hill here from the Alfa Romeo ahead of him. Is this actually a little bit of teamwork going on? Saro Kazan giving a little bit of a tow to Soldier Stone here. Soldier Stone down into turn 12. That's a nice apex. Perhaps slightly narrow line. Didn't help him on the way out. And he's still a quarter of a second over his previous time on this particular circuit. Sparks out there on an outlap, and the laps are running past us very quickly indeed. A reminder, do say who you're here to support, or who you are if you're driving and watching the stream along, especially if you're going into the pits. Give me some predictions as to who you think is going to get this one. Wow, Soldier Stone needs a little bit of work on his pit entry. That was slightly erroneous there. Hyperrents has invalidated despite being slightly under his time on the way into turn 1. But I think Sparks is about to start another circuit, and we might get ourselves a new pole position time from Sparks. Hate to speak too early for our drivers, but look how he threads that outside line and gets the perfect entry, apex, exit of turn 1, and that sets him up for a beautiful start of the lap. And we're away then through the S's. Car getting out of his way quite kindly. Maybe a little late though for Sparks' taste. 0.124 faster than he's been before, and of course Sparks was the fastest, Mr. Pole at this stage, Mr. Saturday at the moment, and he drops down into turn 11. It's a tiny bit of lag on Sparks' car, or maybe that's our host, and yeah, an invalidation, he's out of it. Will he save the tyres for the next run, I wonder? Time will tell. Barca, he's on it though. He's just started a lap for the Aston Martin. Let's join him. Barca from P5 at 34.112, his fastest time. Some distance away from our front row currently, who are on a little bit of a league of their own, it would seem. Barca in the Aston Martin, getting through here. Good, healthy chunk of time underneath through the S's. Temporary yellow flag has gone very quickly into sector 2, so Sarah Kazan has gone P3 ahead of Wang Fi, and ARL33 is back on track. We'll hang out with Barca GT73 until his sector time. Heavy braking into turn 12, across the apex. Could perhaps afford to take a little bit more out of there, but 3/4 of a second faster than he's been before. This one's working out pretty well, and just to show how good Wang Fi's medium tyre run is, currently lying 4th, 33.693 Wang Fi. Barca should better that with this lap if he can just hold it together. 2 more corners to go. Drags the car onto the inside. Can he hold the lap time? He can, but he's going to lose a little bit going in here. Will it just be around half a second better this time? No, it's a huge chunk better. Barca on a 32.659, and I think there's another 2 or 3 tenths in that lap that he lost on the penultimate corner, turn 19. So let's see what our drivers can do to better that one. What Sparks up to? He's well, hanging out in the middle of the track, and needs to be careful not to sit still on the racing line, pointing the wrong direction. Sparks is obviously, there he goes, disqualified, parked in a dangerous location, exactly what I was just talking about. Sparks will disappear to the bottom of the field and be out of this session despite having the pole position time. Sparks out and disqualified, just took his time rejoining, probably trying to keep it safe for the sake of the other drivers. Chaos Druid, his teammate, is faring no better at all. I'm not sure that this is a legitimate driving tactic on the way through the corners either. He's looking to save tyre wear by running across the grass and shortcutting the circuit, but that's frowned upon usually by the stewards of our racing league. ARL is a little bit quicker, nearly just over 1/4 of a second faster than he's been before, so hopefully he is. Sparks says he wants to start last despite putting in the fastest time. I don't know, Sparks, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. You're going to have to tell me before you do something like that in order for me to buy it there. ARL 8 tenths faster through sector 2. So let's carry on through the lap with ARL. Now the triple apex right-hander of turns 16, 17, 18. We're through 19, the last corner just to go here. 2 bites of the cherry on the way to the apex, and ARL just invalidates on the final sector. 1.5 seconds he was faster than his previous time. Amaral has gone in P4. Ronan still leads the way on a 32.423, 2 tenths ahead of Barca and Saro Kazan, a little bit further behind with Amaral also in the 32 club, and the track really bedding in now and starting to pay dividends to our driver in terms of tyre grip through the lap. Ronan says it's Barchi. Great, okay, thanks Ronan. Barchi, I'll try and remember that as I go through the driver name calls. Barchi then, P2 currently. Ash Tube, I can't believe that invalidation from ARL. He was so close to a massive time, and just that tiny little bit of oversteer on the final corner, overcorrection, and yeah, wipes out. But he knows he's got the speed in the car. hopefully he can improve next time out. Ashtube sector 2, 102.417, slightly wide but just about holds it. And Ashtube then looking to put his first time on the board here. Needs to hold this one together. Drive at 95% if that's what it takes, Ashtube, to get your lap in. Let's get a banker safe. Let's get the Red Bulls representing up ahead. No, into the pits. Well, Ash, that was a moment for Ashtube. One of the McLarens just rolls on by, and yeah, so does his teammate. Unfortunately, Ashtube out of the session with that issue on the way into the pits. Certainly a little bit of learning there to take. What a shame for our driver. I'm not picking up the live chat comments on my screen for some reason. Let me see if I can't get that back. Here we go. Excellent stuff. Okay, we've got our live chat back. AJ says no. Red Bull not doing good. So Spark says that he and Robbie will try and do a last to first challenge. Robbie goes P1 on a 32.034, is trying the old DSQ trick here. Happy to put in a time at 132.034 and is hoping to get himself disqualified. Let's see if he manages it, as the car does a little bit of well, I guess we could call it vibration on the gravel trap, and there's a disqualification for Robbie, out of the session. Just proving themselves, just saying, hey look, we're this damn good. So Soldier Stone is on a lap. I think Barchi is on a lap as well. Let's see what Barchi's up to. How quickly is he going? He's just behind in sector 1, and he's 1.5 tenths faster than he's been before through here. AJ says he's going to give it everything. Full send on this lap. We'll watch out for that lap to come then. But also out there, Soldier Stone is on sector 2, just going through turn 12. We'll see if he crosses the line. What's he got here? 1.2 seconds improvement. That's a good set of time to come. Barchi, his next sector. It's a purple middle for Barchi. 1/4 second faster than he's been before, but that's not going to worry Ronan too much unless Barchi can get even better through this last sector. Senna, what's up, man? Good to see you. Barchi coming through the final sector. Can he get himself onto provisional pole? Crosses the line, yes! 32.281, a big gain in the third sector from Barchi, and I think the track is really rubbering in now. ARL is on his outlap. Soldier Stone promoted up to P5 with a better time that time out. What about Wong Fei? He's 1 point behind Sparks in the championship. He's not ready to give up this championship at all. He doesn't. I don't think he's going for a last to first challenge either. I think Wong Fei wants to race this in the best position possible. 1/3 second faster than he's been before through sector 1. ARL just beginning his sector time. Let's watch him through sector 1 while Wong Fei has a hairpin and a super long straight to go. ARL, we know he's got a lot of pace in the car. We know he's got a 32.5 in the car so far. If he can hold this lap together. The checkered flag has fallen on Ivan first of all. Ivan for Evora team now. P6 currently. Won't be any better than that this time out. But a P6 is not a bad place to start a race. ARL then. Nice first sector. It's just a check-in with Wong Fei, who's 1/2 second faster than he's been before. Knocking on the door of a 32 from Wong Fei. As ARL 1/4 second quicker. Not close to his previous time. Senna has torn his hamstring. Senna, when are you going to stop getting injured, my friend? I hope it's not that terrible football game that you play causing you these injuries. Hopefully you're on the mend, but yeah, just stop playing football, mate. Honestly. P3 for Wong Fei, a 32.701, so a nice gain in the final sector. What's ARL got here? This is looking smooth. Can he hold it through the final corner? Let's hope so for our league owner and session host, ARL, for the line. It's a P2, 32.419, a tiny shade faster than Ronan, and that's a beautiful time from ARL. And congrats for getting that one in. But look at ECOS Ayrton, a 32.1 at the final time across the line. Ayrton in the Mercedes. Is this my friend from other leagues, Yuki and Sonoda? I think it might be. Ayrton here has signed recently for ECOS, and I think this is the same guy that I commentate on elsewhere. Ayrton then leading the session with Bachi in second and ARL in third. Ronan fourth, Wong Fei fifth, Hyper Rents in sixth, Saro Kazan in seventh, then Amaryl, Soldier Stone, Ivan, Alexis Beast, Ash Tube, Flexi, Alex, Chaos Druid, Robbie and Sparks, who are going for a disqualified run last to first challenge, although of course Robbie will have to make it 16th to first challenge. Yeah, Ronan says, yeah, Ayrton is Yuki. I thought as much. I commentate on Ayrton as you see him on here in PSG LF11, one of my drivers on there. And yeah, through this one season of PSGL, he's changed his name twice already. A little bit of calling each other out going on through the S's. It's difficult, they're blind, those S's. It's difficult to see other drivers coming behind you, but yeah, always best to stay off the racing line. Ronan says, I know you recognised your voice. Well, good. Pleased about that one. So it looks like that's our session done, folks. Just down to the dying seconds while the drivers retire out of the session. Somehow we've got some AI drivers popped up, Latifi, Schumacher and Tsunoda. That won't please Ayrton to see another Tsunoda in the grid. So I wonder if we've made a slight error in our lobby setup, but we'll deal with it, especially if they start at the back of the grid. Well, car's still touring, so let's go and have a look at some cars on track for now. Rents in the McLaren. Looks like a good session here for Alfa Romeo. 4th and 7th and 9th. We've got Ferraris in 4th and 5th. They're going to have fun navigating the first few turns next to each other off the grid. We've got the McLaren's really the third best team, with Rents in 6th and 10th. A good field for you tonight, which is nice to see. Bachi in 2nd for Aston Martin. We've got Alexis in 11th. Who else have we got? The Red Bulls, ARL managing to get that final lap in 3rd with all the pressure in the world on his shoulders. Ronan says, going to take the headphones out. Okay, well I can properly diss Ronan now. That's I can do that with confidence now that I know he's not listening to the live stream. Yeah, one human Haas in the field. That's Flexi. Not the best Alpine start here for Alex and Sparks, 14th and 17th, though of course Sparks was deliberate. We've got Chaos Druid, Alex, Flexi and Ash Tube not able to put a lap in. We saw what happened to Ash Tube. Ronan says rude. Yeah, well. Rude is as rude gets, to misquote Forrest Gump on this one. We've got some joining and rejoining and messing about going on in the session, but so it looks like Robbie's left the session for some reason. Anyway, Ayrton is our pole position driver, 32.184, which I think was faster than Sparks' fastest time. Barchi in second, another British driver, then our Frenchman ARL in third with Ronan for Ireland and Ferrari, then Wongfi for Ferrari as well. Rents, Saro, Amaryl, Soldierstone, Ivan are your top 10, and on free choice of tyres, Alexis for Jamaica, Ashtube, Flexi, Alex Thomas, Chaos, Druid, Robbie, and finally Sparks at the back. Looks like we've shed our AI drivers, thankfully. Ronan representing the Island Massive, of course. He's pleased about that one, at least. Oh no, AJ, don't do a new lobby for me. Please, ARL. If we have a new lobby, I'm going to have to end the stream, folks, I'm afraid. Because, yeah, I don't think I've ever managed to get a stream held on. If you lose the stream, then please exit out and go back to the home channel. It shouldn't be difficult to find the next stream. Just hang on for it, hit refresh after about 5 minutes, and we'll be back for you. Let's see if I can't manage to get there. If I leave session, let's try that, shall we? But I think I've got 1 out of 10 lobby rebuilds. Sorry folks, looks like it's going to be a new stream. Head back to the homepage and we'll get there. Apologies for this technical issue. Anyone who has played this game for more than an hour will be more than familiar with it. We'll be back very soon for you on the home channel of the YouTube channel. See you in a bit.